Heyo, it's Mayo. I'm on my second week of quarantine, 2 whole weeks of being in quarantine, and I'm hopping on to update you on what I've been up to in this 2 weeks. As you can see, hold on. Flynn. Okay, this little munchkin attacked the microphone. I have all 5 of my kids right now down in our guest house where we live. This is Leo, the big boy up here. That's Leo. This is Duchess. The little orange boy is Flynn. That who hissed was Eris. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Okay. She's not having it. And then there's Tramp. I've been spending a lot of my time with my animals, which has been super fun. I've been journaling, I've been writing. I plan to do more writing this next week. I started sketching for the first time in a long time. I got out my sketchbook and my pencil, which is my preferred way to sketch, is just with paper and pencil. And I sketched for like the first time in, gosh, like a year or more. I don't know, it's been forever. So that was nice. I brought down my crochet bag. This is my little crochet bag I've had forever. Shout out to my grandma for getting me this cuteness. I'm planning to make myself a bralette or 2, so maybe next week I'll show you whatever I've made. Yeah, I'm doing lots of crafts and fun stuff and hanging out with my kiddos. My fiance and I, we deep cleaned our little guest house down here. I deep cleaned our bathroom and he moved the furniture and vacuumed under it, and then he steam mopped the floors for me. I'm super happy. I love that it's clean. Cleaning, organizing. I meditated a couple times this week, which was really nice and needed. I've been watching lots of spiritual stuff. I ordered a book before Amazon stopped sending non-essential things. I was lucked out. It got here just in time. So I got myself this massive, wonderful book about divine feminine energy. It's really cool. It has a bunch of history about feminine energy and divine feminine and religions and stuff. It's very cool. And it has some pictures too, and we love pictures. It's called Womb Awakening. I definitely wouldn't recommend it for many because it's pretty out there, very deeply spiritual, so it's not for everybody, but I'm digging it. I love it. It coincided nicely with my female hormones, if you catch my drift. Speaking of spiritual stuff, I also uploaded a spiritual video this week. I spent most of the week trying to upload it. The internet has been so slow. Ugh, the whole world is at home right now trying to be on the internet at the same time, and it's brutal, honey, let me tell you. I finally got the video up though, so if you want to go check that out, you can check it out. The world is going through a spiritual awakening, and if you would like to hear about that, then you can check out that video. Plans for this upcoming week is to continue doing happy hobbies. I'm planning to do some more writing, crocheting. That's pretty much it. You know, I'm just enjoying my time. I'm actually having a really nice time. It's been pretty rainy here in California, which isn't our norm. But I'm not minding being inside doing all my little crafty things. I guess I'll update you guys next week on like what I've been up to. On the other hand, something I do want to talk about just briefly, because I didn't talk about this last week, is that this is triggering for me in ways. Most of the world has never gone through isolation before, and I totally empathize for that. It's really hard. On the other hand, people who are chronically ill or have been, people who are in remission or whatever, we have gone through this before, and a lot of us continue to live this way even as we're healing. So even still, every flu season, I kind of live this way. I isolate more in flu season. I social distance. I have to be really careful and conscious about germs. Always. I was chronically ill for a long time, for years. And like I said, a lot of these habits have continued even into remission. So this August will be 8 years since I got sick, and 8 years since my life has been really different, where I've always had to be conscious of germs. And I've always had to be really careful about my health. All of this time, it's incredibly rare that anyone actually understands what that's like. And people just generally don't care. They're fairly careless. And now a lot of the world is finally getting to walk a mile in these shoes and understand it. And it's emotionally triggering for me in many ways because they still don't really understand that this is what chronically ill people live with all the time. They're just being like, this is so inconvenient for me. And like, yes, that's true, and yes, that's valid. But I think people are forgetting perspective a little bit, and that's been triggering for me in some ways, and that's been triggering for other chronically ill friends I have or people who I know who are in remission. It's hard for us, and especially to see the people who still don't get it, the people who just are not getting this at all. That's really that's really upsetting in a lot of ways, and worrisome, and all of the things. But I just wanted to say, although I am coping really well with this and making the most of it, and I'm having a genuinely good time, y'all, that it is still emotionally triggering for me in some ways, and it does still kind of trigger my PTSD in ways. But I'm doing my things to get through it in healthy ways, and I hope others are too. I guess I just want to say, for any of my spoonies out there, if you're feeling like emotionally triggered by all of this, just know that you're not alone. Like, so many of us are triggered by this in so many ways, and it's okay. And hopefully you're leaning on your friends and people who do understand or in that same boat with you. And for all the people who are healthy and they're walking a mile in these shoes right now, just be conscious of that, be respectful of that to the people who have to live like this all the time. I think it would be amazing if a lot of people can move forward from this whole experience just being more conscious of health and cleanliness always. All of the healthy people out there really learn this lesson of that them being healthy helps everybody, and them being conscious of their germs helps everybody. And that would be really, really cool, I think. Something else that I will add to very quickly, something else that's been emotionally triggering for me in some ways, is to be isolated again. I am in remission, and I've been doing a lot more in the last year. I had my most social winter ever. It is hard for me to go back into isolation, and it is emotionally triggering just because there's that scared part of me that feels like it's my past repeating. It's all gonna happen again. I'm gonna be like completely alone. I'm gonna lose all of my friends. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna understand. Blah, 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 blah. That whole old voice just goes on loop again. And so there are a lot of fears there, but what I'm telling myself pretty much every day is that this is not my past repeating. This is not my past repeating. This is different. The entire world is going through this, and this is different, and to be home and to be conscious of all of this and be careful is the smart thing to do. It is the right thing to do if you have a health history. So those have been my affirmations in getting me through this. And I had to tell myself that every day for like the first week, and now into the second week and starting the third week, I'm not really having to tell myself that as much anymore. I'm kind of adjusting and enjoying my time here. I am very happy to see that more people are hopping on board and being careful. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of all of the people who are at higher risk for this. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you who are taking the precautions and being careful and spreading good, reliable, scientific knowledge out there. Thank you. It makes such a difference. I hope everybody is hanging in there and making the most of their downtime at home. Hopefully you're connecting with all of your people and doing lots of things that make you happy, staying healthy, staying positive, surrounding yourself by all of that good energy and love. Oh, happy spring! If the weather is cooperating with you, hopefully you can get outside, enjoy some fresh air, some sunshine, do some gardening, watch some birds, hang out with your animals, go for a walk with your dog or whatever. Enjoy the springtime, and even if it's raining, hopefully you can, crack your window open and listen to the rain, smell the, you know what I mean. I will hop on next week and tell you guys what I've been up to, so stay tuned. I am still planning to make some more videos in the upcoming near future. I'm going to be talking about DNRS, which is perfectly relevant to what the world is going through. Good old positive brain retraining. So stay tuned for that. Classic Mayo. Duchess, do you have anything you'd like to say? Do you have anything? Duchess. 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 Do you have anything you'd like to say? She's like, no. I'm a big fan of you, Duchess. You're a queen. She's like, I know. No. No. No, honey. Flynn? Flynn. And that's really okay, bye.